So it's very easy to think that you could just refuse everything, you would just start punching people, and nobody could make you do any of that. I would have said the same thing. I was one of the most rebellious kids ever. I was diagnosed with oppositional defiant disorder, which they claim to be able to cure by putting us into survival mode. Pretty much the reason we were all there is because our parents could no longer control us. The second you get there, it's very understood that it is a life-threatening situation. Survival instincts take over and kick in, and you have no control over that. If you've ever seen Maslow's hierarchy of needs, food, water, shelter are at the bottom of the pyramid. You can't worry about your emotional needs or wants or self-autonomy before those needs are met. So in order to meet those needs, you have to do what staff says, or you will literally die. I'm not being dramatic. Kids have already died at these programs. There were still some cases where they would rebel and they would fight against it, and they would just take survival to the extreme. This one girl, Becky, she had to stand on the porch in the winter staring at the wall, and she would do jumping jacks to keep warm. But after 8 hours and your toes and fingers are numb, you're gonna do what they say just to get warm. I mean, you're not gonna torture yourself like that just so you can, get your way or whatever. Bridget's the girl who had to live under the countertop, under the bridge. She refused to participate in the program because she was 19 and wanted to leave. She was living under the countertop already, and then she had this chart that listed her privileges, which were eating a meal with the group, or eating a regular meal, toothpaste, a pen, a notebook, toilet paper, soap, anything she would need in her daily life was listed on there. If she did something wrong or was playing games or refused, they would sign her chart and take that item away. Here is an example of what a chart looks like. They will completely starve you from human connection, and you desperately want to talk to your parents so badly to prove that you're better so you can come home, because that's the only thing that matters, going home. So if you want to talk to your parents, you're going to have to comply. They would take away your bed, your privacy, your shoes, your shoelaces, your jacket, whatever they wanted. If you want to survive and you ever want to go home, you're going to do what they say. In the manual, it says, in order to sleep on a bed or have butter for meals, she'll need to start looking inward at her behaviors. People still definitely tried to rebel. It never worked out for them, and it was a clear example to the rest of the girls, it's not worth it. Like one girl who was violent and punching a staff member, they locked her in a shed until she calmed down. And they would all tell us the girls who left there were sent to a way worse place that was like 10 times worse. And we were kids, we didn't know that these places existed. Obviously, we were already sent to this crazy place. How do we know what else is out there? So we believe them. The girls who did that stuff stayed years longer, and their time was so much harder. Like, you're already there, so why not have at least a few human comforts just to get by?